Nuggets and Thunder game 3, this one in Denver. It took overtime to figure out who was the better team on this evening, and it was the Nuggets. The Nuggets with the win 113 to 104. Obviously, a game that goes into overtime means these teams were pretty daggone close throughout the duration of the game. They needed overtime to figure it out, and the Denver Nuggets edged them out. They really dominated. Thunder had a hard time in overtime finding points. And this is an interesting game. Look at some of these important items from the box score. The Nuggets shot much better from the field, but the Thunder had tons of chances. The Thunder took over 104 attempts from the field. Right? The Nuggets only took 85 shots. The Nuggets shot better from three, much better from three. They shot better in terms of overall field goal percentage. Free throws were kind of similar in terms of the attempts, but the Nuggets shot better as a percentage. Now, the extra rebounds that went to the Thunder was able to afford them extra shots offensively on the glass. They were plus 13. So they had chances here. They got the ball. They had opportunities to score. They just couldn't. Turnover margin, advantage Thunder, right? So they had every reason to be in this game and to find a win, but they just couldn't. And I think the thing that we have to take away from this game, if you're the Thunder, if you win the turnover battle and you win the glass, well, you're just going to have to shoot better. And I don't see the Denver Nuggets as an incredible defensive team. I don't think they have a great scheme or anything. I don't think they have great defenders. I think they have a couple of solid defenders. But this is a game that the Thunder probably should have had. They should have won this game. All right, so what you want to do is you want to do a teardown. You want to see who was able to produce from these teams. Chet Holmgren was pretty good in terms of being engaged offensively. I saw him getting tons of rebounds. He had 5 offensive rebounds, right? He had 3 blocks. He was very good defensively. Maybe he could have shot better from 3. I think 1 of 6. That's a pretty poor percentage. But I think overall he had an impact on the game. 32 points for J-Dub. He was engaged and scoring early and often. And he had 5 dimes. Hartenstein played 31 minutes, had 10 points. SGA kind of not his greatest game, 18 points, 7 of 22 shooting, 1 of 6 from 3. Did have 13 rebounds and 7 assists, but that's not really an SGA type of game. And then off the bench, they really didn't get much. Lou Dort only 3 points. He missed all 4 of his 3-point attempts. So this, to me, screams a bad shooting night for the Thunder. Now, you want to credit the Nuggets. They're obviously playing defense. But I think it was just the fact that the Nuggets, they just shot better, except for one guy. Joker. Joker didn't play well. Joker had 8 turnovers. 8. And that's concerning in my opinion. Right? That's not very MVP. So between the 2 best guys in these series, neither of them had a good game at all. Joker shot 8 of 25 from the field, 0 for 10 from 3. He had 16 rebounds, 6 dimes, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Right? Michael Porter Jr. was a riser, 21 points on 5 of 6 from 3. Gordon, 22 points, 4 of 6 from 3. Murray, 27 points, 9 of 19 shooting overall from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. So Joker was actually the one who was carried tonight. The Nuggets had no business winning this game, not based on their best player's performance and not based on the fact that they were completely out-rebounded by the Thunder. This was an anomaly of a game. I bet you the Thunder really wish they could have this one back. You got the Joker shooting 0 for 10 from 3, only scoring 20 points, shooting 8 of 25. You were in good shape to win this game. Man, this is going to be a tough one to swallow. So this game, this is game 3, so we're going to have game 4 in Denver. Denver can take a commanding lead with a victory, right? They would go up 3-1. And then we'd be having some serious conversations about the Thunder underachieving and getting bounced out of the playoffs at home in game 5. That's possible. You know, I've always said, you know, the pedigree of a champion, the best player in the league, when you have those things on your side, you can't sleep on that, right? You can't discount that. I do think that the Thunder's defense is elite on all metrics. You know, you look at it position to position, very, very good. But tonight it was about the scoring. They just weren't hitting their shots. And, you know, they're just going to have to shoot better. They're going to have to do better offensively. You know, the Joker had a horrible night and he still couldn't win. You know, what did Russ do? You know, what did he do off the bench? 8 points. Peyton Watson, 7 points. There was no shining star for the Nuggets. It was just a well-rounded effort from the starters. They play a ton of minutes, right? 46 minutes for Gordon, 42 for Porter Jr., 48 minutes. Jamal Murray played every minute, folks. I'm really sick and tired of people, downplaying how good Jamal Murray is. He's really good. Now, his health is always an issue, but when he's available, like, dude's legit. And he's a threat, right? And that's why you get wins like this, because the Thunder do have a really good starting lineup. The bench is kind of, hit and miss and not really productive, but I mean, obviously Joker does have good players around him, right? That I don't think that narrative fits. I also don't think Joker is a fraud. I think some people think he is. I think he's amazing. I think SJ is amazing too. You guys know where I stand on my MVP, but to kind of put a bow on all this, I think the Thunder are going to have to win this next game. I don't think they want to go down 3-1. I think they're going to come out with some pretty serious urgency, and I think they're going to take one in Denver. And then we're going back to Oklahoma City with a tied series. What do you guys think? Let me know what you think about this game, the up-and-coming game, and how that's going to play out. Like, share, subscribe, drop me some comments, watch some other videos from us. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you on the next one.